Following a pair of juveniles facing nearly 500 combined charges in connection with AI-generated nude pictures of students at Lancaster Country Day School, CBS 21 News is diving into what the law says when it comes to child-on-child abuse. Elise Person looking into when adults are responsible to report suspected child abuse when it comes at the hands of another child.
Frankly, the whole statute at this point and the training connected to it leaves people very confused.
CBS 21 News is looking into the role of mandated reporters, specifically when a child is suspected of abusing another child.
So child-on-child contact is excluded from abuse, but we do want reports. But we want reports in these circumstances.
The child-on-child circumstances that fall under the mandated reporters umbrella include rape, sexual assault, indecent exposure, and more. That's according to the guidelines for child abuse and reporting training curriculum. Pennsylvania Family Support Alliance provides the mandated reporter training.
This law says that they are to report immediately when they have a reasonable cause to suspect abuse. And it's very clear in the training and in the law that they should not be, meaning the mandated reporters should not be the ones trying to determine if that offender meets that definition of child abuse or not. Because there can be some situations of child on child where the offending child will meet the definition of perpetrator.
CBS 21 began looking into the law after 2 juveniles were charged with nearly 500 combined counts of sexual abuse after creating AI-generated nude photos of almost 50 girls at the Lancaster Country Day School. Lancaster County District Attorney Heather Adams said school officials would not be facing any charges because under PA law, school officials were not required to report that incident. CBS 21 previously spoke with a parent of one of the victims at Lancaster Country Day School about that.
In the Pennsylvania law or in any mandatory reporter law, it is not the obligation of the mandatory reporter to assess or perform an investigation to assess. It is their job to report. And that, to me, is where the failure occurred here.
Palm says instances such as the Lancaster Country Day School prove it's time to update the statute.
At this point in time, under the statute, things like AI-generated photos do not meet that definition. In part because when the statute was last updated in 2014, AI and deep fakes and all of that wasn't really as much as on our radar.
Now, when it comes to getting the law updated, right now there are not any bills right behind me in the PA State House to do just that. So today I reached out to the Department of Human Services to learn more on their take about this law and the child-on-child harm. In a statement, DHS says to us, quote, "The CPSL outlines exclusions from child abuse, including instance of child-on-child contact. These are not loopholes. This is how the law is written. CPSL regulations are minimum requirements for what must be reported, and entities such as schools may institute additional reporting requirements as a condition of employment." So the statement continues on to say the Department of Education may also set some of their own guidelines when it comes to the law. We're going to continue to stay on top of this here at CBS 21, as well as if any bills are put forward to change that Child Protective Services law. But for now, live in Harrisburg, Elise Person, CBS 21 News.